Enter your name, player 1.
Welcome, everyone.
Okay, Erbac.
Welcome to Mr. Erbac's game. Game start. Mr. Erbac's retro classic video game review.
Back in 1991, Street Fighter II The World Warrior kicked off the fighting game craze. From arcades to home consoles. The same year, SNK took on Capcom's cash cow with Fatal Fury King of Fighters. Capcom would continue to build on Street Fighter II the next year, while SNK would produce a Fatal Fury sequel, as well as Art of Fighting. World Heroes was among the fighting games to try and find the success of Street Fighter II. The infamous fighter's history would be so similar to Street Fighter II, Capcom would unsuccessfully sue Data East in court.
Round 1, fight! You lose. Yeah! Mizoguchi loses.
Midway Games tasked Ed Boon and John Tobias with the project of developing a Kombat game for release within a year, which they believed was to compete with Street Fighter II. They envisioned a game similar to Data East's Karate Champ, featuring large, digitized characters, according to Tobias. Mortal Kombat was released August 1992 in arcades. This game was a smash hit and separated itself from Street Fighter II with actual actors turned into digitized sprites. A 5-button fighting system which included a block button instead of being like other fighters, where you held back on the joystick to block, and the blood and gore. The programmers replaced the concept of dizziness in a fight with violent fatalities, which occurred after the fight is decided, which can be done within certain button combinations.
Scorpion, win, fatality. Test your might.
this smash hit would get ports as part of the Mortal Monday campaign in 1993. Home console ports for the Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis, Game Boy, and Game Gear. When it came to sales between the Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis, Nintendo made the big mistake of replacing blood with sweat and censoring certain fatalities. The Genesis would outsell the Super Nintendo port, as you could input a code for the blood and fatalities from the arcade, giving it a huge edge. I think the creators of Mortal Kombat took some inspiration from American Ninja 4, The Annihilation. I think the creators of Mortal Kombat got the idea for the pit stage from American Ninja 4, The Annihilation. An awesome movie. Check that movie out if you like Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat wouldn't be the first fighting game to use digitized sprites. That would be Pit Fighter. The controversy of the blood and gore in Mortal Kombat, among other games at the time, would lead to hearings on video game violence on the United States Senate floor. Can you believe that? The result of the hearings was that the entertainment software industry was given 1 year to form a rating system, or the government would interfere and create its own system. We don't want that. The ESRB was born, similar to a movie rating system.
If you want to get to the top, you gotta get through me. I'm Johnny Cage. No contest.
Ha! I'm Sonya Blade. If you hesitate, I'll take you down.
In the 90s, Mortal Mania was everywhere. Not only games, not only toys, but clothes and a watered-down so-so movie adaptation. Featuring an animatronic Goro that looked like he belonged in the Muppets movie. What happened to this menacing and scary Goro? I can remember as a kid, when the movie was in pre-production, there was a rumor going around that it would be rated X. More violent than most rated R action flicks. Obviously that didn't happen. There are still some pretty cool fights in the movie, but overall, it just doesn't hold up today. It was okay for a video game adaptation. Just okay. As Nintendo's censorship of Mortal Kombat came back to bite them in the keister, they would not repeat the same mistake with Mortal Kombat 2. It would release in arcades in 1993, by the way. Here's part of the Mortal Kombat 2 television commercial. Man, it looked better than the movie did. And ported to Super Nintendo, Sega Game Gear, and Sega Genesis on September 9, 1994 in the US. The Game Boy would get a port the next month. Amiga and Master System would get 1994 releases as well. You know, 32X, MS-DOS, PlayStation, and Sega Saturn would eventually get ports as well. Speaking of the Super Nintendo port, I will be reviewing this particular port. How would this fare on the 16-bit Super NES? Let's find out if it's superb or excellent.
I don't think you're prepared to take on the second Mortal Kombat tournament. Nothing can prepare you. Says who? This guy.
Who is this guy? Get yourself to training. You need to be good with your hands and feet. And prepare yourself for Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat!
Mortal Kombat.
Select your console. Super Nintendo. Let's see what you got, tough guy.
Mortal Kombat.
Let's get the story that expands upon the Mortal Kombat mythos.
Nothing can prepare you.
500 years ago, the shapeshifter Shang Tsung was banished from the Outworld to the Mother Realm, Earth, for his crimes. There, with the aid of his pupil Goro, a hideous half-human dragon, he was to atone for his crimes by unbalancing the furies of the realm, allowing his master Shao Kahn and his minions to enter the Dominion and rule forever. He was defeated. He returned to the Outworld a failure, facing execution at the hands of Shao Kahn, supreme ruler of the Outworld, the astral planes of Shokan, and the surrounding kingdoms. With the apparent demise of Goro, his fate seemed sealed. But Tsung told Khan of his plan for revenge, a plot so evil and twisted even Khan was persuaded to grant him one final opportunity to redeem himself. He cleverly lured his adversaries to the bizarre Outworld, where they would face a new challenge, a tournament hosted by Shao Kahn himself.
Today, the tournament begins again.
Now let's compare the arcades intro with the Super NES intro. Wow, that's a huge downgrade in the intro. Pressing a special button combination on the Super NES version can give you this extra little intro here.
You weak, pathetic fool.
The presentation obviously is not as good as far as the intro for this port compared to the arcade. Other than that, it looks good. The menus are good. You got options here before you jump into the combat. You can turn music on or off. Why though? The music is great. Anyway, choose your difficulty. Very easy, easy, medium, hard, or very hard. Handicap is a feature that lets two players of different skill levels battle on an equal basis. Only works in two-player mode. Lastly is button configuration. I'd stick with the default controls on that one, but to each their own.
Nothing can prepare you, Mr. Erbac.
So I've heard.
The previous game featured 7 selectable characters, 2 boss characters, and a secret boss character, a total of 10. Well, this game features 12 selectable characters. One of them is boss character Shang Tsung, who was previously unplayable, 2 boss characters, and 3 secret boss characters. Liu Kang, Johnny Cage, Raiden, Scorpion, Sub-Zero, Shang Tsung, and Reptile return. Like Shang Tsung, Reptile was previously unplayable, but now has his own set of moves and fatalities. Newcomers are Baraka, Jax, Kung Lao, Kitana, and Melina. Then you have the unplayable bosses, Kintaro, replacing Goro, and Shao Kahn, replacing Shang Tsung as final boss.
Jax.
Character of Jax, aka Major Jackson Briggs, seems to be inspired by a character from a series of movies. The character of Jax seems to be inspired by Steve James' character in the American Ninja series, Curtis Jackson.
Jax wins. Flawless victory. Fatality.
The secret bosses await you at Goro's lair. The 3 secret bosses, you must meet certain conditions to face them. Smoke, Noob Cyborg, and Jade. They're twice as fast as the normal characters, and don't bother trying to throw them. Altogether, 17 characters. Quite a jump up from the first game. Are you kidding me? She threw me from a sweep!
You will die, mortal. Smoke wins. Jade wins. Superb.
No.
Unfortunately, if you are a Sonya Blade or Kano fan, they were absent from the playable roster, as Ed Boon and John Tobias found they were the least picked characters in the first game. But they are captured by Shao Kahn in the storyline, and you can see them in the background of Khan's arena, chained up. Whether you're playing 2-player mode or 1-player mode. As with most fighters, this is best of 3 rounds. Interesting note, if 5 rounds pass without a match winner, both combatants will be disqualified from the tournament. Now it's back to the start of the game for you.
Mortal Kombat!
Mortal Kombat!
Mortal Kombat.
Going by default controls, to block, press the L or R button. To punch low, press the B button. To punch high, press the Y button. To kick low, press the A button. To kick high, press the X button. To uppercut, press crouch plus high punch. To foot sweep, away plus low kick. Roundhouse, away plus high kick. Need I say more? Here's a reference chart for those of you that are amateur combatants. You'll notice there's something missing from the mountain you have to, quote, climb as you beat each combatant.
Melina wins. Fatality.
The endurance rounds from the first game. This is no big loss, as they are pretty unfair.
Johnny Cage wins. Yeah. Test your might.
The other something missing from the first game is the bonus round. Test your might. That was a cool bonus game missing in all versions of Mortal Kombat 2.
Test your might.
I guess Test Your Might bonus round wouldn't make sense since the score system was replaced by a win tally system in Mortal Kombat 2. What the game does add is an extra fatality for each character, making 2.
Scorpion wins. Fatality.
Sorcerer Shang Tsung actually has one more fatality than the other characters out of his bag of tricks.
Shang Tsung wins. Fatality.
With 3 stage fatalities in addition to a character's 2 fatalities, which means 5 for each character, although the stage fatalities are the same.
Sub-Zero wins. Finish it. Baraka wins. Fatality.
And then you have Friendship, if you want to show mercy.
Johnny Cage wins. Friendship. Friendship. Raiden wins. Flawless victory. Friendship. Friendship.
And a fatality, which is kind of funny the first time, but stupid after that. I guess if you want to embarrass a friend. Remember though, in order to do a friendship or fatality, you must not press the punch buttons the entire second round that you beat your opponent.
Fight. Finish it. Reptile wins.
Graphics.
Graphically, this is good as it could be on a 16-bit console,
Fight.
compared to the 16-bit Genesis.
Fight.
The colors are better, more colors in fact. It's got slightly more detail. The sprites are slightly smaller than the arcade version, as expected. But they're still good.
Round 1, fight! We'll die, mortal. You will feel the wrath of Shao Kahn.
I showed you the Pit 2 fatality for the Super NES version. Let's look at the arcade version compared to the Super NES version, which has Mode 7.
end.
The sound and music are big improvements to the first game. The sound and music are below the arcade standards, but not by much. The music is great. It's much better than the Genesis version. The Genesis version had voice samples missing as well. Now, let's do a comparison of Khan's Arena music from the arcade, Super Nintendo, and Sega Genesis.
Gameplay.
The gameplay of Mortal Kombat was pretty good, but this one is a little faster and more responsive. Just more fun. It's an extension of the first game, you could say. Had a crouching punch. The roundhouse kick is made more powerful, knocking an opponent across the screen. Characters share a lot of attributes, but are more balanced than other fighting games. More fatalities and other finishers add to the gameplay.
Friendship.
The AI can be pretty unfair at times though, causing you to have to look for a flaw to exploit. But remember, there is a lot of memorization in Mortal Kombat games. No quarter circle forward type moves. You better study if you don't have a finisher list with you. Especially with Shang Tsung. You better know the whole roster's moves before you pick him.
Shang Tsung wins. Flawless victory. Fatality. Finish him. Shang Tsung wins.
Negative.
Missing sounds like this yell. Inferior intro that only features text. Fighter names appear outside of health bar. A small complaint, but you see the Sega Genesis version had gotten that right. Missing the Test Your Might minigame. They should have kept that. Can be tough for beginners to get into because of the memorization involved for moves and fatalities, etc. The AI can be very unfair and is able to do things a human player cannot!
You weak, pathetic fool.
Everyone's normal moves are the same. Less variety than other fighters, as far as normal moves anyway.
Johnny Cage.
Johnny Cage has the wrong default color. It's supposed to be blue.
Fight. Super. Raiden.
Raiden's name is misspelled when you look at the arcade version. The arcade version is R-A-I-D-E-N. You see the home port, it's R-A-Y-D-E-N. Although I must say R-A-Y-D-E-N makes more sense, Raiden, because you look at a character like Raiden and it's spelled like Raiden's name is in the arcade, And Raiden is a Japanese name, and that's in Fatal Fury. Hey, maybe they didn't want to be associated with Raiden fighters. Dots are used instead of dragon icons.
Get over here! Champion wins. Kintaro wins.
Here's an example of missing sound and music right here.
Johnny Cage.
Last but not least, there's a few missing frames of animation. You have to cut corners when you go from the arcade to a 16-bit cartridge.
Score.
The arcade version of Mortal Kombat 2 is great, and this is a great port. Once you get used to the controls, especially if you're a Street Fighter or KOF player like me, it's an enjoyable experience. The controls are completely different than your Street Fighter types, but they are responsive, more so than the first game. All the blood and gore is here, and almost everything about this game is better than the first. I forgot how much fun this game was when I started playing it again for the review.
Mr. Erbac.
What's the score already?
I'm getting to that, announcer. The tone, look, and gameplay are huge improvements over the first game. I give this port of the arcade classic an 8.5 out of 10. The developers did as good as possible to deliver a great 16-bit version of a powerhouse arcade game.
Enter your name, player 1. Game over. Thank you for watching.